Good morning guys, welcome back to another video. Today is going to be a very different video. I thought I would share with you a day in my life as a freelance blogger, content creator, photographer. I left my job in December or January, and since then I've been full-time doing what I do now, and it's kind of a mix of things. I've gotten a lot of questions from people because I know everything on Instagram seems a lot more glamorous than it really is, and I think there's some confusion over what exactly it is that I do. So just to break it down for you, currently my job is, I guess I would say, a freelance blogger and content creator, as well as photographer and consultant. So things that I do YouTube. YouTube is probably my weakest thing, but you guys seem to enjoy it anyway, so I like putting things out there for you guys, and I feel like there's more space to share and talk to you guys. I do Instagram, I do content creation, I do recipe development, food blogging, and I do consulting on the side. So I will help out brands that are looking for, I guess, advice in terms of growing their business or creating content and things like that. So that is sort of the realm of everything that I do. I also run a blog, and so I try to put up posts more actively. And since leaving my job, I'm putting out content on YouTube a lot more, as you guys have probably noticed. I blog at least once a week, and then I put out Instagram content every day, and probably the best at doing that, to be honest. So I thought I would share with you what a day in my life looks like, just so you get an idea. Today is a weekend, and I will say, as a freelancer, you don't really take weekends off because you know, it's not a 9 to 5 anymore. It's not like once it's Friday you're like, I'm free. It's kind of like you take advantage of any time you have to get on top of your stuff. Yeah, today's a little bit of a lighter day though, because I had to say no to an event this morning because I actually hurt my neck last week, and so I can't really do the workout that I was supposed to do this morning as an event, and so instead I'm going to one in the evening at 305 Fitness. To give you guys an idea of what you're gonna see today, I'm not really gonna do a typical what I eat in a day style, because the food that I'm gonna eat is gonna be very sporadic, very random, not very visually appealing, because I do have a brand project that I have to work on. So my plan for the day is, I woke up and I already did emails for about 2 hours. I responded to Instagram DMs and messages and comments, and that's something that I do every morning and every night. I responded to all my YouTube comments, I believe, and then I spent some time editing some photos. So in all, it took me about maybe 3 hours or so. And it always takes longer than I expect, but I really try and respond to everything because I feel like people put in the time to write out a comment, so it's only fair that I respond. And honestly, it's probably my favorite part of doing this, is that I get to engage with you guys. So that's what I did this morning. And then I'm about to go create some content for a brand project that I'm doing for a local ice cream fruit soft serve company, and I'm creating some content for a newsletter and a recipe for them as well. So that is considered like an asset, and I would just give them the rights to the photos and the recipe that I create for them. It wouldn't necessarily go on my social media, if that makes sense. So that's kind of separate from being an Instagrammer. And then after that, I have to go to an event for my friend's store opening. It's called Rawsome Treats. You've probably seen her in some of my previous vlogs, but it's sort of like PR event coverage, and it's going to be a soft opening, so not everyone's invited yet, and then the full opening will come later. But I'm going to shoot some content for her, some photography, and of course social media coverage. And then I'll probably have to answer a couple of things email wise in the middle of the day, and then I'm also going to work on some consulting projects with clients that I have currently, working on a couple of campaigns for them. So it's sort of like a mixed bag of things I'm going to do today. A lot of administrative work, to be honest with you, and later on in the evening going to a fitness PR event. So I go to a lot of events like these. You've probably seen them in my previous vlogs. I'm not gonna really film too much of it because I'm sure you're familiar by now, but I go to a lot of like wellness or clean beauty, health, vegan food, or like fitness events. And so I'm going to be going to a fitness event today with a bunch of other influencers and bloggers, and so that is kind of my day. In between all of that, I have to edit as well footage for 3 videos. One of them is going to be for a client, and 2 are vlog videos for you guys, and then I'm also going to edit a blog post which is going to go up next week. So since leaving my job, I've tried to put in a lot more time into pushing out content consistently, and I've had more time to really put more energy and love into everything that I do. So it's just been so much fun and really fulfilling to do that, and it seems like you guys have been enjoying it and noticing, so I'm really happy. And that's gonna be my day. So it's gonna be, you know, not as glamorous for sure, because I think what you guys don't see is all the time I spend on the computer doing emails and editing and things like that. But I figured I would just like give you that explanation anyway, because as you guys know, I love being real with you, and as much as I love it, it is definitely not as glamorous as it seems on social media. It's not always PR events and things like that. So let's get into the day. Wow, this is a really long intro. I'm actually working on a freelance project. This is an example of a project that I would be you know, hired to work on. So I'm going to create some content for Chloe's Soft Serve Fruit Co. I'm creating some content for them for a newsletter, and they want like a recipe that includes the pop in the actual smoothie bowl, and I'm also going to style some shots with it just around it, so like an inspired smoothie bowl. Clearly I'm going to do raspberry, so I'm going to make a smoothie bowl of some kind. They liked my usual style, which is going to make it easier for me, but since there's branding included, I'm going to have to be smarter about how I include that. And so this is what I'm working with: the raspberry pops, probably some Ripple in addition to some frozen fruit probably. And I think I'm also going to add like flowers and things like that. You guys kind of know the drill. I feel like I've shown you several times how I make my smoothie bowl, so it probably won't be of too much interest, and I kind of need to focus on this. But that is my project for the morning, and I always shoot in the morning because the lighting is the best in my opinion. So that's what I'm going to work on now. Just laid out my topping ingredients, and I did this because since it is a smoothie bowl, we have limited time within which we can top and style, and I want to make sure that I get the shot. So I just have all my toppings out here ready to go, and then I'm going to blend this smoothie up. I'm probably going to use the ugliest popsicle, like maybe this one looks the most melted, and yeah, I will show you guys the process when I start. This is the aftermath. I already pulled out the popsicle I was shooting. I couldn't focus on doing vlogging at the same time. I'll put a photo of the end result here, but now I'm just gonna spend time editing those photos, which sometimes takes me like 30 minutes to yeah, I would say about like 15 to 30 minutes for maybe like 4 or 5 photos, and anything more than that takes me like an hour or more sometimes. So anyway, that was this project, and now off to the rest of my day. Here is the store. Oh, it's so exciting to see it finally become a storefront. It's like how I met you during your workshop.
You guys want the tiramisu and more?
Say hi.
The black Remy, you want peanut butter cup?
That's what the full-size pies look like, and then these are the miniature ones.
It was like, I have never seen.
Is that the machine?
There, the one out there we use for now, but this is, we're gonna make nut butter and everything from that thing.
This is
good. Instagramด้วยนะลูก
So I'm back home now, and I'm gonna work on some more emails, and then I'm gonna try to clear out my inbox, and then I'm going to work on some video editing. So I'm editing one Frank and Wit video, and that's gonna be an event video from the Philadelphia Frank and Wit event. If you wanna watch the vlog for that, I will link that in the description box below. And then I'm I'm editing a couple more videos, one from California, one from San Diego, and one from LA. So 2 from California, sorry. Woo, I'm losing it. And then I think that's all I have in terms of editing. I'm gonna finish up some photos, and then I'm actually gonna start packing because I'm going to California on Monday. So I wanna get that out of the way so I don't have to worry about it tomorrow. And then I'm gonna head to my workout event. The nice thing about going to workout events is that I can kind of get my workout done and see friends and do event. It's like a multi-purpose thing. So I didn't have to work out, you know, a different time during the day, although I usually like to go for a walk in the morning. So that's pretty much the plan for the rest of the day. I will say about workout events that sometimes it is a little frustrating because basically I almost feel like it's not a real workout. I've said this in a previous vlog before, but it's kind of like you're there halfway to socialize and halfway to meet whatever brand is there and things like that. And so you're taking photos during class. You're also like, you know, me, I'm always like Instagramming during the classes too. But because of that, it's a little bit more distracted than just like really sweating it out. And at the same time, because you're taking photos, I feel like people are really conscious of like how they look and, you know, things like that. And so I almost feel like it's not as great as a regular workout per se, but you know, it's all fun and I really enjoy it. I think I'm also going to see one of my friends, Bianca, today before or after class, just to catch up with her, because honestly sometimes, you guys, it's really hard for me to catch up with friends without it being like a meeting. So for example, my previous vlog that kind of touched on this subject, I met up with a couple of my friends, but all of them were bloggers, and I do have friends who aren't bloggers as well, of course, as in addition to my family, and I really have to make the time to see them as well, because sometimes I feel like, oh, I'm doing so well, I'm seeing my friends, I'm sleeping, I'm eating, I'm going to the gym, I'm working and doing events, but I kind of realize that the friends that I'm seeing and socializing with are because I'm going to these events that are exclusive to bloggers. And so yeah, I really had to kind of set aside time to work on seeing my friends, as silly as it sounds, but to kind of put it in my schedule, because I forget to do that sometimes. And I get so wrapped up, like anytime I have free time, I'm like, oh, let me like get ahead on this and let me edit more and create more, and I have so many ideas all the time that it just never stops. So it's not like I feel overworked and stressed, but I sometimes do it to myself without even realizing it, because I enjoy it so much and I love the creative process. So here's a tip that I'm going to share with you as I do emails, to try to keep myself on track, because as I said, I can get really wrapped up. So what I like to do is I like to set a timer for you know, any given amount of time. I guess I'm going to do emails for 10 minutes. I'm going to do this so I don't lose track of time. I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes and then email away. And then once the timer is done, that's it. I stop and I move on to a different task, so I make sure that I'm at least getting a little bit of everything done in a given day. So I'm gonna do some emails now, and then I'm gonna edit videos, but it's gonna be pretty boring. I'm just gonna be on the laptop, so I'll check in with you guys when I leave the house again, or do something else besides sit here and work on my laptop. So I share more of this kind of thing. I do a lot of unboxings on my Instagram stories, so if you want to check that out, you can follow me on Instagram. Since I don't post on YouTube every single day, I do post more often on Instagram. But this is a package from the Detox Market. It's actually for a project that I'm doing with them upcoming, and I have a blog post that I did with them on clean beauty. It's kind of like a Sephora, but for completely clean beauty. So everything you buy there, you know, is going to be clean. And so yeah, I'll just show you what I got in here. This is for an upcoming post. I'll link the other blog post if you want to see it there. So here we have an Osea, or OC. I honestly don't know how to say this, but I use their facial cleanser a lot. This is their vitamin C probiotic polish. And then, oh, this is a regenerating blue clay iris amethyst and peony mask. This one comes out a really beautiful blue. As you can see, it's also cruelty free and vegan. So not everything at the Detox Market is vegan, but I specifically went through to make sure that the things that I chose were vegan. Herbivore lapis oil. This is a really, really well-known blue tansy oil that has like a cult following, I would say. So love that. Herbivore is completely vegan and natural, of course. And then Josh Rosebrook, this is Nutrient Day Cream. So this is like an SPF. It's a sunscreen, but it's tinted as well. So it's like a tinted moisturizer with SPF. And then another Herbivore product. This is the Moon Fruit Cream. This is a night treatment. It's so beautiful, has a moon on it, which is why I was so drawn to it. I think there's a couple more things in here. Here is a black mint cleanser with charcoal and purifying gel. So this is a really, really nice one. And then I think that might be everything. It's hard to tell with this like fluff, you never know. One time I think I threw something out because of the fluff. Yes, I think that is everything. Here's a package from Dave's Killer Bread. I usually get bread from them. They send me bread every now and again, and then they just sent me their bagels, which are really great because I've actually only had the plain ones before, and everyone has been recommending that I try the everything and the cinnamon raisin. What I like about these is, okay, so they're not gluten-free, but they don't really give me too bad of a stomach ache. I don't know if that's because it's more higher grains and it's not like plain white flour, but what's great about them is they're pretty high in protein. Like you can see they have like 11 to 12 grams of protein each. They're not made with corn syrup at all, and they use like super grains. So yeah, it's kind of like an upgrade on your traditional bagels, pre-packed bagels and things like that. So that is packaged from them. Here's a really fun package. This one's from Miami Fruit, and they sent me, I think, a bunch of different kinds of fruits. I don't know exactly what's in here, but I'm gonna open it up and maybe I'll show you afterwards because I have to unwrap all of this first. So here is everything that came in the package from Miami Fruit. This is incredible. I think all the bananas are a different variety, by the way. There are so many different varieties of bananas that they carry. You can check out their website to see just how many they have. But what I know for sure is that this is turmeric, this is yellow dragon fruit, regular dragon fruit. So I think this is a guava and a mame sapote, and these are dragon eyes. I think they're different from this variety though because they were bundled separately. And this might be a cacao bean. I'm not 100% sure. So that's what they sent me. So lovely. You can check out their website. They have the most incredible selection of tropical fruit. And yeah, so this is probably not going to be very interesting to you, but Micro Cotton sent me some towels, which is for a project that I'm shooting for them. So it's just more like content materials, and yeah, they're made from organic recycled cotton, and they're really, really, really soft. So love that, but probably not very exciting. And then something kind of fun, this box of Nutter Puffs, which is a new snack from Pop Chips. You guys probably know their brand. But they came out with these Nutter Puffs. They're kind of like Cheetos, but then instead of being salty, they're sweet a little bit and peanut buttery. So it's a really interesting concept. Unfortunately, the only flavor that's vegan is the peanut butter one. This peanut butter and chocolate one contains milk, and then this one contains honey. So I've been giving away these flavors to friends and then just having the peanut butter flavor. But yeah, they're pretty good. They have a little bit of protein in them, and they're pretty clean as a snack. They're gluten-free as well, so that's kind of an interesting one. And this one was just a, I guess they just sent it to me for fun or to try it. I'm not really sure, but yeah. As I was working, I got this delivery of Snow Monkey. These are some of the new flavors. They have cinnamon, passion fruit, and there's matcha hiding in the back. I actually got a discount code for these because a lot of you guys were asking me, so I emailed them to see if they would give me one, and I did get one for you, so I'm going to put that on the screen here so you can get a discount if you decide to order them online. They're a little hard to find in stores right now, so online is your best bet, but these are incredible. Absolutely my favorite ice cream by far because they actually do have protein, but it's not like Halo Top where it tastes, honestly, sorry, but disgusting and like nothing, like air. It's bananas, passion fruit juice, hemp protein, sunflower seeds, or usually cashew butter. This one even has turmeric in it. Wow. But there's no oil, no refined sugars, nothing, you know, unhealthy. So cleanest and tastiest ice cream in my opinion.
Hi guys.
This is Bianca.
OG.
Tell us what you got.
Banana, dark chocolate, peanut butter, chocolate, cocoa, almond.
Oh, this girl is a topping queen.
I'm obsessed with banana and chocolate things. and peanut butter, really.
That's why we're friends,
Aren't we
right?
all though? Now I'm about to ruin the, like.
Cheers.
Cheers, cheers. I just ruined the aesthetic of it.
So after the event, I just got home and did a little bit more work, and to share a little bit more insight with you into my thoughts on being a freelancer. What I will say is it's very liberating to be able to do what you love. Every single day is different. You're not really sitting in an office chair. It's not like your standard 9 to 5. And so I really do love it because every single day is different and I'm never bored. It's always something new. And I really love that there's an opportunity to learn something new all the time. I will say, yeah, it's difficult if you don't have that work ethic though, to keep track of yourself because you no longer have anyone telling you when your hours are. No one's holding you accountable for your work really. So unless you have that personality type, which I have a pretty good work ethic and things like that, then it could definitely be a little bit difficult for you and become a little bit too fun, if you know what I mean. At the end of the day, you still do have to do quite a lot of work and it's all you, so you can't really rely on anyone else for that. But you know, it is daunting because you don't know when your next paycheck is going to be. You don't know if you're going to get jobs every single month. It really varies by month, by day, by hour. There's no guarantee basically. And so you do have to take quite a bit of a risk and be willing to make that risk. And so I would say do that in a safe way if you are thinking about it. You know, maybe make sure that you're in a position to take a risk, I guess, if you can, because that will make things a little bit less stressful for you, I think, starting out. And yeah, I mean, thank you guys so much for watching, because it's because of you guys that I can do this. I'm so grateful that there is a community out there that enjoys the content that I'm putting out there, whether it's stuff like this related to business or food and veganism or fitness and wellness. It means a lot to me that there are people that enjoy consuming that content, and that is why I do what I do. And I love putting things out there that is hopefully adding some kind of value to your life in whatever way that may be, and it really allows me to do what I do. And so for that, I am so grateful. I will also say that I guess I'm always like surprised by how supportive people are, because, you know, my impression of the internet is always that there are a lot of negative people out there, but to be honest, most of the time, it's actually almost all of the time, it's love and support and good energy from people like you guys. So I really appreciate it. You know, every time you leave a comment, send me a message, I see them all, and I try my best to respond to every single one. But without you, I wouldn't be able to do this, and I'm really grateful that I can. And so hopefully this is interesting and helpful to anyone else who's looking to do something like this that I'm doing. And yeah, now I am just like blabbering, my brain's like gone because I'm a little sick, as you can probably hear. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know what your thought is on content like this, and if you enjoy it, maybe I'll put out some more. But yeah, that's it for now, and I'll see you in another video very soon. My next one will actually be in California, because I realized that I'm traveling tomorrow, and I was so consumed with what I was doing today or yesterday that I didn't even realize I was leaving today. So I need to pack. I'll see you in a video in California very soon. I wanna let you know, I seem to know the basics. I wanna let you in.